Growing Big with Steve Bartilla.
Okay, deer season's over. Now, for whatever reason, we hunters and managers, we head to the woods to yank our cams. Don't. This is an invaluable opportunity. Instead of yanking the cams, now is when we move them. Now is when we move them to those higher impact locations because season's done. You know what? If we momentarily bump the deer off our ground, no harm, no foul. The reason we want to do this is twofold. One, this is the first chance we have to start game planning our hit lists and our no-shoot lists for next year. You know, the bucks that we get pictures of this time of year, odds are really good they're going to be around again next season. And no, that's not mission critical, but it really is nice when you know that I got Mr. Big. I got something to be excited for next year. Or, ho man, that young buck with all that potential, he made it. He made it. The neighbors didn't kill him, which they have every right in the world to do so, but they didn't. What we did worked. We got him coming up for next year. It's an exciting, frankly, this is one of the two most exciting times to swap chips for me is after season's done, so I know what I got for next year, and so I know what I actually have on the ground at that time. Now, during season, we want to keep these babies in low impact locations. You know, we wouldn't go running out to our same tree stand day after day after day after day after day, no matter what the wind direction is, no matter what else, to hunt. Why would we do the same with our cameras when it comes to checking it? Don't. We need to treat them seriously. This time of year, though, after season's done, now we get them back in those areas that we try to stay out of during season. Why? Because we want to know how the deer are utilizing our ground. How are they using that point? How are they using that ridge system? How are they using those ditches? You know, how are they using those bedding areas? The more intel we can get now, the better off we are for next year. And remember, sure, the food sources may change, therefore the patterns may change, but the topography doesn't change. For the most part, the edge types don't change. Therefore, deer movement continues to be essentially the same when they're going from point A to point B through those areas. So the intel we can get now really helps us later. Get those cameras out. Shift them around to those high locations, figure out what your hit lists are and what you have for deer movement through those areas. Unravel those mysteries now.
Growing Big is brought to you by Wildlife Research Center, the gold standard. Reconyx, see what you've been missing. Antler King, bigger bucks, healthier deer. The Heater Bodysuit, you stay warm or your money back. Furminator, the best food plot implement on earth. Bush Hog, performance you can count on. Redneck Blinds, the best hunting blinds on the planet. Chestnut Hill Nursery and Orchards. And foodplotsfordeer.com, planning your habitat improvements and improving your hunting.
After deer season's done is not the time to yank these cameras. Instead, shift them into those higher impact locations where we try not to go during season. That way we can build our hit lists and we can determine how deer are utilizing our ground. You do that, you're that much further ahead for next year.
Growing Big with Steve Bartilla.